now we just know we're so beautiful. Like, look at us. That's why I don't take really to what people say like that, because I just know they're having a hard day.
The person who literally created everything, the sky, the sea, everything, chose to die for you, and you're here worried about what the creation thinks. You're here worried about what this one person over here that's made out of dust. Maybe like that's what you're worried about. You're worried about their opinion. Come on. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. So a very, very late Happy New Year to you guys. It is me, Caitlin, here, and my beautiful daughter, Avery. So, guys, we are going to try our best to put out more content, to be more consistent on this channel and on our social media platforms for the Smiths. That was the commitment for 2026. However, this year started off very, very rough, to say the least. Like, that is an understatement. So let's try to explain this, Avery, but in a very more quick, fast way, because we don't want to take up too much time in the video. Okay, so last year, January, Avery was diagnosed with lupus. And fast forward toward the end of 2025, it became very aggressive. So it started attacking her kidneys, and then that was the whole thing. And then we got that under control, thanks be to God. But then at the beginning of January, well, I guess towards the end, the beginning of January, it started attacking her lungs. She had shortness of breath. We brought her to the hospital. First, we were told that it was pneumonia, right? That was the first thing we were told. Yeah. Brought home with antibiotics. Didn't make her better, had to go back. And long story short, with loss of testing, we found out that her lungs were bleeding. Her lungs were bleeding. It was under attack by the lupus, and her lungs were bleeding. This was a very serious situation. She was in ICU. She was incubated. At some points, a lot of the points, I make a laugh about it now because it's over and she's okay. But at the time, we thought we were going to lose her. It was very hard for our family at that time, all of us. And I give God thanks because she's here. She's okay. Lupus is still a battle, but she's good. And that was the challenge for the whole January. We were not in the mental space to be making family content, but things are a lot better now. And we're hoping we can kind of take you on this journey with us. And for those of you who might be listening, who know and have been praying, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Okay. Now let's get to and also let me just add it quickly that if you have more questions about that, you want to know more about that, leave it in the comments and we will try our best to get to answering. Okay. Now, for what we are actually going to be talking about today, Avery recently turned 13 years old. She's officially a teen. And with that, there are some things that I wish that I knew, some values I wish I had, some mindsets I wish I had at the age of 13. And I'm going to talk about that, whereas Avery's going to talk about where she is now at 13, because I've done my best with the grace and strength of God. I've done my best to try to not have her feel or go through what I went through at 13. So yeah, we are going to talk about that. Okay, so I'm going to only talk about 3 points today. Number 1 is that I felt ugly. I compared myself and how I looked to the girls in my class. And basically, these girls, they were the popular girls. They were white. Let's just say like it is. They're white. And I did grow up in a neighborhood where it was there were very, very few Black people. So, they were what I felt was the standard of beauty. Their straight hair and stuff and how they looked, I just compared myself to that. And I was also kind of made fun of too as well. So I just felt like I was an ugly kid. How about you, Avery? Do you feel ugly?
No. And that's because a lot of things our mom told us were beautiful a lot of times, and she would tell me and my sister and say who's beautiful, and we would have to say us, and sometimes those feel
like me. I am. Avery is.
Sometimes I feel weird, but it's like it's good to hear that because now we just know we're so beautiful. Like, look at this.
I know. Look at this little face. She's adorable. So yeah, and I didn't know how much it worked really instilling in that in her and in even my other daughter until like I would hear like her brothers would say like they'll make a little joke and make fun of her and then she'll be like I don't know, let me think of something silly. They'll be like, oh, look at your hair, you look like a pineapple. And she'll be like, well, pineapples are sweet and delicious, so that's great. And I'm like, okay, girlie, I love that. And I just love the fact that she has that confidence. And yeah. Okay, so number 2 is that I because I kind of did touch on earlier that I was made fun of, and I felt that I wanted to fit in. I wanted to be popular with the popular girls, and so whenever they would say things mean to me or make fun of or make little smart comments about anything the way I look, I really took that to heart. I'm like, okay, so if they think that my eyebrows are ugly, for example, then they're ugly. And, if they felt that I'm weird, they used to do this thing. I used to hate this. Like, and I talk about this with my kids. They would do this thing where it's like, they'll say something. I will say something and then they'll just be like, and they'll like make this face with each other and like giggle, and they just made me feel like I was so stupid. What I said was so dumb. So because of the way they made me feel or things they would say about me, I would just internalize that. I felt I was stupid. I felt I was ugly. I felt I was whatever they would say about me or however they made me feel, I would internalize that. So I want to know, like, when you have interactions or you have where people maybe look at you a certain way, or they just make you feel like you're dumb, or they make you feel ugly, or make you feel whatever, like, or say something rude, like, how do you deal with those situations at 13?
Well, another thing that our mom told us about, like, when people be mean to you, is that they're maybe having a hard time in their lives and they want to bring the pain they're feeling to others. Or, like, they also could be just jealous of you. Maybe you're just so pretty and then they're jealous of that. So that's why I don't take really to what people say like that, because I just know they're having a hard day, or they also probably just jealous.
Yeah, exactly. I try to teach my kids that like somebody being mean, like mean people are usually struggling people. Like people being just want to go around and purposely like bring people down, hurt people, make them feel less than. It's because of what they're going through. So like they're like maybe going through something in their life that's really hard, and they are emotional. They don't know how to feel those emotions in a healthy way. So sometimes they take it out on others. Or maybe they're insecure about something. There's something that makes them not feel good about themselves. So then they're likely deflecting that on you. And then there's also people that they're just jealous. They're honestly just jealous, which jealousy still I still feel like has to do with your own insecurities and your own emotional struggles. By the way, sorry that the sun is really sunning today. We love the sun. We welcome the sun, but wow. Okay. Anyways, yeah, so that it was something that I tell her about. So she knows that when people, or they're rude or whatever, they're just could be having a bad day. They could be going through, maybe that child's parents are going through separation and it's really hard. Maybe somebody died. Like the whole point is that it's not about you. Do not internalize what people are projecting on you or people's meanness or whatever the case is, because that's a reflection on them, not on you as a person. So I'm happy that that is something that she knows and that I wish I knew when I was 13. Okay. And the last point, and I think would be one of the most important things, is I wish I knew my worth. I wish I knew God, I had a relationship with God really, but just knowing my worth, knowing who I am, knowing that I don't need to do my best to just prove that I am somebody, do my best to when I thought the sun couldn't get brighter. Okay. Like, I just wish I knew that, like, okay, I didn't have to fight to fit into this group of popular girls. And it sounds so cheesy now, but like, I don't need, and this is something that not only was I struggling with at 13 or as a teenager, even in my 20s, even in my 20s, it's like trying to fit in with some group, trying to like, I have to do this so I can be worth something. I have to do this or I have to look this way. It's like, I wish I knew where my worth really came from, that it was nothing to do with what I do or not do or how I look or who wants to be my friend or not be my friend. I wish I knew where my value worth really lies in. What about you, Avery? Where do you believe your value lies in or your worth?
Well, I believe our worth, since also another thing our mom told us a lot is that like God chose us, and He loves us, and we're children of God. So we know that we're deeply loved by the Creator of the world. So that's just like so amazing, and we have so much worth just knowing that. So that's just.
Yeah, and then one of the things I would say to her too, I would say to them, I'd be like, okay, the person who literally created everything, the sky, the sea, everything, chose to die for you, and you're here worried about what the creation thinks. You're here worried about what this one person over here that's made out of dust. Maybe like that's what you're worried about. You're worried about their opinion. Come on, like really, Avery, And that's the thing that I try to instill into my girls. So that is all for today. Before we literally melt from the sun. Probably not the best choice. But yeah, that's all for today. If you have anything like else, like we can always do a part 2 if you guys are interested. Let us know in the comments or like it. Show us that you're interested in a part 2 because there's definitely a lot more that I wish that I grew up maybe knowing or maybe just something different. 13. So let us know. And also, if you're not subscribed to Avery's channel, Once Upon an Avery, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? Definitely subscribe to Avery's channel, Once Upon an Avery. I will have the link below in the description. She does a bunch of different things, like, teen stuff, little like dance things, and she does her art, and I think she's gonna start doing piano. And then she talks about her lupus experience, and she does a whole lot of there. So definitely follow and subscribe to my Avery Smith. All right, until next time,
keep building
your faith, family, future. It's been a while, guys. Sorry, but bye-bye.